Before the weekly analysis begins, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon page. We have two tiers available. The first tier is called Start Off for £15 a month, and what you will receive is access to a Discord server containing the beginners, intermediate, and advanced course, risk management course for Elliot Wave trading, as well as financial literacy content. This tier is also for those who want to learn at their own pace and generally just support what I do and just join a community of like-minded traders. The second tier that I have is called the Waveologist for £35 a month, and what you receive is everything that I mentioned above with the addition of specific chart requests for me to annotate on a daily and weekly time frame, and one-to-one support or group sessions depending on how many people have subscribed to this tier. The group or one-to-one sessions are for those people who want a little bit of extra help with their Elliot Wave education, and also give the opportunity to ask me as many questions. Please do keep in mind that these are going to be 1 hour sessions depending on how many people have subscribed, and also I would say please do consider joining. It is really good value for money, and without further ado, let's get into the analysis. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, guys. This is going to be my Elliot Wave count for pound yen, pound dollar, and gold. But first of all, any views, opinions, or suggestions that are expressed in this video do not constitute your trading or financial advice. So let's get started here on pound yen. So we've had essentially a huge rally up towards the upside. I did say in like the previous two videos that we're going to start to see some sort of more downside coming to continue with the wave 4. But to me, it seems like the wave 4 has been completed around here. What we possibly could see next is just a continuation more to the upside. In terms of the higher time frame, I'm going to assume that this is the wave 1, the wave 2, this is the wave 3. We've come back down for that wave 4, and we're basically completing this final wave 5 push to the upside. Um, where we are currently, I am going to assume that this is going to be some sort of ending diagonal pattern. Doesn't have to be, but we could see something like this to be a nice ending diagonal right here. And what we're expecting is essentially this to be a 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 eventually coming in. It could possibly hit the sort of highs of wave 1 around this level before we then get that one more push upside to give us that final wave 5 push, and then we might start to see a huge drop eventually coming in. Keep in mind, um, the reason why I wouldn't consider this to be still a wave 4 is because it has gone way beyond the 1.236% level. So our wave B has sort of hit that level, you know what I'm saying? So it's gone way beyond there, and I don't necessarily think, that even the price action is not giving me enough sign or enough confirmation that we're going to continue going towards the downside to continue with that wave 4, which will end around here before we then start to see one more push up to the upside. So I'm going to assume that wave 4 has basically come to an end, and this is essentially the 5th and final leg of this thing. And yeah, we are completely going to the upside. I would say any correction that you get, just look to buy it to the more upside. And yeah, I'll probably see a little bit more down, and then eventually continue going to the upside. So that's pound yen. So let's go into pound dollar. Pound dollar, here we are. So pound dollar has basically given us a nice A, B, and then an A, B, and a C, which basically has given us our wave W. And where we are currently is in this sort of sideways corrective movement right here, which I'm assuming we're eventually going to go towards the upside and eventually give us our wave X to then eventually complete around 50 to 61.8% retracement of this entire wave. So about here we are, around this level here. We could possibly see these levels be hit before we start to see the market eventually push more to the further downside. I don't necessarily say that this is going to be an ultimate, complete U-turn with this pair. I'm going to say that this is a three-wave corrective move to the downside, and what I'm expecting is essentially this market to eventually come towards these lows here and take it out before we then start to see the market eventually push to the upside one more time to give us our Y wave, and then we start to see that huge decline back down, basically. But yeah, that's pound dollar. Let's go on to gold. Gold has been a bit tricky. I've been sitting on my hands on gold. I haven't been trading this pair. But what I can probably say is that essentially we have a nice impulse here, move towards the downside here. A nice A, B, C three-wave move, which basically gives us our wave B, or that could also be our wave 2. And what we are essentially seeing here is the market push towards the downside. Because basically, to me, it sounds like it's gonna, or not sounds like it looks like to me it's gonna be a wave 1 of wave 3, if that makes sense. Then we might come for a 3-wave push to the upside and then push back down again to the downside, giving us our wave 2, wave 3 or wave 3, wave 4, wave 3, etc, etc. So we could potentially see this market move even more to the downside. At the same time, This has moved in three waves. You can look at this in three waves as well, in the sense where this could be a possible expanding flat or a running flat. It just depends on how you want to look at it. Just reload this. Here we go. Here we are. So yeah, it just depends on how you want to look at it. I'll probably say right here, we have the 1.236% level right here. So if the market eventually reaches these levels, or if he doesn't have to reach that level, but he can go up towards that level, and then we start to see a huge push to the upside, we could get some sort of, a flat pattern coming in, either a running flat or an expanding flat, and then we could see another setup coming like that, and that would be a nicer setup for me. But as of now, this is quite bearish, and yeah, I don't necessarily. I'll probably say that the wave B could be completed here, but at the same time, just be a bit careful if all of a sudden start to see some bearish movement coming in, to take out these highs or something like that. So just be careful with this commodity. Um, but nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I do have a Patreon for all those people that are interested in mentorship. You guys will have access to my Discord, private Discord account. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.